Muzalendo Podcast. Karibu. Mi naitwa Jumoja, mzalendo wa Afrika Mashariki. Today, Tanzania and Kenya. Which country produces better leaders? Leave the answer in the comment section. Whom do you think produces better leaders between Kenya and Tanzania? I'll go on and explain. You know, Tanzania and Kenya both have different political systems. Tanzania has been ruled by one party since independence, and Kenya has been ruled by different political parties since independence. But what political party, what country produces better leaders between Kenya and Tanzania? Let me explain, and I want you to choose. If you look today with the current leaders and the founding leaders of Kenya, for example, let me say the founding leaders, Julius Kambarage Nyerere and Jomo Kenyatta, who do people admire the most between both countries? A survey shows Julius Kambarage Nyerere is admired more than Jomo Kenyatta, not only in Tanzania and Kenya, but all around Africa because of his umoja, because of his undugu, because he brought people together. Let's forget that. Let's go to other leaders, for example, Benjamin Mkapa and Daniel Arap Moi. Survey shows Benjamin Mkapa is admired more than Daniel Arap Moi. I can go on with a long list. Magufuli and Ruto. Kenyans themselves wish to have a Magulification of Kenya, not the other way around. You understand? Magufuli is admired not only in Kenya and Tanzania, but all over Africa. That's why the term came, Magulification of Africa. Rest in peace, John Pombe Magufuli. So if Kenya, you're proud of your democracy, because whenever I praise Tanzania's leadership, Kenyans attack me and say, we are better in democracy. So Kenya, if you're better in democracy, how come you have failed to produce leaders like Tanzanian leaders that are admired? Kenyans themselves, majority of them, admire Tanzanian leaders than Kenyan leaders. How come, if Kenyans are proud of your democracy, you're not happy of your leaders? Let me explain to you. Kenya's democracy, politicians use lies and free money to get elected. In Tanzania, politicians use their history of public service to get elected. If you look at the history of John Pombe Magufuli and for example Ruto, you realize that John Pombe Magufuli served the people better than Ruto. That's why people love John Pombe Magufuli, because he understands what the people want. That's why John Pombe Magufuli was responsible for the BRT and many other things to lift the people in Tanzania, compared to Kenya, where Ruto used lies about hustle nation. He promised Kenyans not services, but how to make money, Kenya to become a hustle nation. On the other hand, John Pombe Magufuli promised Tanzanians services. He delivered services. And on the other side, Kenya, Ruto promised them is going to make them a hustle nation. And today, Kenyans are starving and struggling with taxes more than any other time in history. Let's go on the founding fathers. Julius Kambarage Nyerere promised to bring Tanzania together and Zanzibar, Tanganyika and Zanzibar, and he brought it. He promised to bring Tanzania together as a nation, and he did it. On the other side, the founding father of Kenya just promised Ukabila. He divided Kenya, not unite Kenya. You understand? That's why when Kenyans tell me you're better than them, you're more democratic than Tanzania. If you're more democratic, how come you have failed to produce good leaders like Tanzanians? Tanzanian leaders have celebrated not only Tanzania, again all over Africa. So is it that Kenyans don't know how to vote? Because if you Kenyans, you tell me you're better democratic, it's you to blame. Why do you vote incompetent leaders? And I'll tell you that Kenyans, you're voting incompetent leaders because these leaders tell you lies and use free money, and later don't even do anything they promise. That's why Kenyans are lagging behind. So between those two countries, what do you think produces better leaders? We can start comparing. You understand? Again, I want you to leave the answer in the comment section. I'll use that as a survey later to tell you who produces better leaders, because I'm tired of Kenyans praising their democracy, but I don't see nothing of their democracy. Even Kenya's economy, it's kind of cartel based. You understand? it is kind of the top. Kenya's democracy kind of takes care of only the top, whereas Tanzanian democracy takes care of everybody. That's why you see Tanzania's development is slow, but everybody is kind of included equally compared to Kenya. You understand? So, in the end, Tanzanians will produce better leaders, they want it or not. You see? Tanzania will produce better leaders because their leaders, again, are celebrated because of their services, not because of their money. That's why, again, you see in Kenya, their MPs flex too much, showing the expensive houses they own, the expensive cars they own. In Tanzania, their leaders celebrate the services they provide to the people. Leave a comment and I'll appreciate you guys. Together tunakwenda kujengwa Afrika Mashariki. Kwa heri.